Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. That's right, I'm talking to you, little green guy, standing on the moon. Ah ha ha, hilarious. But yeah, we're back in Kerbal Space Program, still in version 0.23, because there have been no new versions. They're currently working on, and they announced and kind of previewed the NASA collaboration that they're doing for the Capture an Asteroid. I think it's technically going to be like DLC, but I think it's going to be free, where there's an additional mission where you have to go design a spacecraft and have like new parts and grappling hooks that capture a flyby asteroid and bring it into Kerbin or around the moon orbit, much like NASA themselves are planning to do. So very cool stuff, but gotta jump back into my Kerbal Space Program world here and go to, where do I want to go to? I want to go to research and development. I don't have any science I can spend. I only have 272. Well, I guess I could spend it on some airplane parts, but I really am not interested in such things. Or a large, oh, maybe I should do this. Yeah, maybe I should research this. The bigger parachute and the heavy-duty landing legs could come in handy, so let's do that. And then we can get, like, rover wheels and things, but, okay. We did some science! Alright! Good to see you guys, we'll see you next time. No, I wanted to go into the science archives, because this was something they added previously, and I noticed, going down the list here, this does seem a little bit like a checklist. Like something we could start. Obviously we have nothing for Moho, for Eve, Gilly, Kerbin, all over the place on Kerbin, the moon, Minmus, even though they did add new biomes to Moon and Minmus, so there might be, well, there is definitely additional science that can be gained there. A lot of stuff that happened on Duna. Oh yeah, we did a flyby of Ike on the way to Duna, but the rest of this stuff, with the exception of Jewel for our Kerbo cluster, is pretty empty. So I feel like we need to start checking off some of these things on our list, and I would like to start with Moho. We've never been to Moho in any version of the game, and I would like to attempt that today. Obviously, you saw previously I had unlocked the large orange tanks with the mainsail engines, and I've been launching a bunch of refueling missions, and we previously attempted to get close to the sun, and that's where Bob, Bill, and Jeb currently and forever will reside, orbiting the sun. So I feel like if we get to the sun, we can get to Moho, so I've decided to, where is it at? Load? I've decided to make the Moho o Lessho Lando. Jokes. Oh, I'm a terrible person. But yeah, I made, it's basically, it's overkill, I realize. I basically took a variant of our Duna lander, since we've since unlocked the two-person lander. I attached that to it. But basically, it's pretty much our Duna lander, except it does have all the landing legs, which the Duna lander seemed to be missing. And just strapped it onto the booster setup that I have for the refuelers, the tugboats. It's going to be way too much power, and actually I am considering this tank is probably going to be mostly full by the time we get up there, so I'm going to put a docking port on it, because I feel as though I don't want to waste this fuel. So let's put a couple docking ports right there, just in case. Like I say, you can never have too many docking ports for situations such as those. But yeah, we're going to go up towards a little station of multiple tugboats. We're going to attach our lander to one of the tugboats, and then we're going to take a ride to Moho and see if we can't land. I assume it's once you capture into the Moho system, planet, sphere of influence, it's probably... Oh god, what have I done? Jeez. I go to change the mission flag and then I accidentally slip and destroy the spacecraft. There we go. Alright. Get out of here. Are my ports still there? Yeah, okay. I didn't realize that the flag in the back changed as well. That's very cool. What was I saying? Yeah, I assume once you get within orbit around Moho, it's probably similar to landing on the moon. Due to their size, the lack of atmosphere, which is why there's no parachutes here, and also just the gravity. It's probably got more gravity, but let me actually double check my launch configuration, the staging, just to make sure. I think that's all right. And then these guys should disconnect next, right? And they do, and they do. And then everything goes at once, along with the launch escape tower. Oh, I need to set up. This is something you haven't seen me do. Set up an abort. I need to set up an abort. What is going to happen is I want that to decouple. And I want all of these guys to fire. Woo! Bubble in the throat. How do I select multiples? No, I guess I gotta do them one at a time. Activate engine. Activate engine. Activate engine. So, theoretically, if I wanted to abort, maybe we should test this for some fun. It would disconnect us from the bulk of the rocket, and these 8 Separatrons would fire us away from the rocket. I don't know if that's enough oomph to even get us far away with this weight that we have. Maybe it's worth trying just on the launch pad to see, and then we can actually have a real launch. So maybe we'll try that. So yeah, these are the action groups. I'm considering maybe should I put more like actual solar panels? Because that could be another action group. Could it not? I just have a feeling those 4 solar panels aren't going to be enough. Yeah, let's put some of the arrays. I want these guys. Let's put them on the no, I only want 2. Yeah, that's not going to get in the way, is it? No, that should be good. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. And then let's go back to the things here. Custom 1, that's the number 1. I want to select that and toggle panels. Those are both of them? Yeah, okay, so now just, instead of having to right click as I often do and say extend panels one at a time, I just press 1, the number 1 on my pad, and bloop, they open up. It's very nice. Science! So let's save that. Let's look at our crew. Who do we got? Sidball, that sounds familiar. Sidball and Munson. I think Munson's a new guy. I also haven't heard of Hadcass or Rybfell. So now that we have Bill, Bob, and Jeb circling close to the sun, we're going to start getting down into the ranks of the Kerbonaut ranks, and perhaps we'll come across KurtJMac once in a while. But all right, I think we're ready. Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's go to the launch pad. And let's, for giggles, test out the abort escape tower. Oh god. Whoa! Things are bouncy. Why are they bouncy? Oh, did I not put struts? Hold on. Back to the vehicle assembly building. Let me revert flight to the vehicle assembly. This is the first time I'm recording Kerbal Space Program with DX Tories as well, and I'm hoping that it doesn't share some of the similar problems that Fraps had. It doesn't seem to, but there was a little bit of a strange jump there. Okay, I forgot to put struts. That's the problem with coupling multiple, a large, what's the word I'm looking for? A large diameter decoupler to a smaller diameter part. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even do that. Maybe I should fix that. Alright, I need to have symmetry. And I need you to connect right there. Nope, you did not do what I asked you to. Still some problems with this sort of stuff. I don't know why. And... nope. Alright, let's go the other way. Do we still have symmetry? Should. That did it. Alright, now we have some additional stability. I can save and head back to the launch pad. Sorry, guys. That's gotta be frustrating. Get all the way out to the launch pad and realize, whoops, something's wrong. Something's very wrong. Alright, ooh, it's still bouncy. I don't have. I should have connected additional struts to these parts. Oh well, our first order of business is to fast forward time so that we're launching during the day. Woo! Okay, that's the daytime. Alright, Munson, Sidball, strap in. This is a test of the launch abort system. Getting a better view on this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, that's not powerful enough at all. Oh, what a disappointment. It sort of started to work. It needs more oomph. It definitely needs more oomph. Okay, let's revert the flight. Back to vehicle assembly. Alright, we're back, and I've added some more power. I've also added some struts to combat the wibbly-wobbliness. I just want to try this for giggles. The launch abort tower test. Once again, Munson, Sidball, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Still not enough power. Oh, that's a shame. Well, it looks pretty, doesn't it? It just looks fantastic. All right, let's revert to launch. And we're once again going to have to fast forward time. Actually, what I need to do is... All right, we need to plan going to Moho, which is right there. Oh, you can't see. Dang it. I need to plan... Oh, this is about... Oh, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff in the background. I want to launch at about the same time Kerbin intersects with the orbits of Moho. That is, so that right after we launch, we can do our little adjustments so that our... You know, your inclination, your what do they call that? Your ascending nodes, your nodes. We can make that adjustment right after launch, so we can get that correct. I think that's the point that I need to get aligned with. So let's fast forward time some. Like right there. Oh yeah, that's probably a little bit further maybe. Well, that's a good way to look at it. When Moho's orbit becomes a straight line when you're looking straight on to Kerbin. I know it's very hard to see, but when you're looking straight on to Kerbin is when you should launch. I'm going to go a little bit more because it looks like it could get... Yep, right there. Perfect. I have been looking at different theories and whatnot as to when to launch, and there doesn't seem to be... That seems to be the one tip everybody talks about. There doesn't seem to be a specific... Like, you should launch at this time, you know, like when Moho is at 2 o'clock and Kerbin is at 9 o'clock. You know, there's nothing like that. It seems like it's going to be a little bit of a crapshoot. And hopefully we even... Oh! The sun hasn't risen yet, but it's casting a shadow upwards. Upwards and outwards. So we now know that the launch pad is like an object, an entity, as opposed to the terrain. That's weird looking. But anyway, I think we're ready. I should... that's where we're going to be going. I should... Yeah, I'm going to be playing catch-up, so I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. It's not going to make too much difference. One orbit on the effect of... There we go. Our distance, our arrangement to Moho, so that should be fine. And then I'm actually going to switch the target to that. Goody goody gumdrops. All right. Munson and Sidball going to go to Moho potentially in 3, 2, 1. SAS on. Liftoff. Oh man, don't forget about that. And yeah, like I said, this platform is probably more oomph than this little lander ever needs. Because we're not going to Moho with this, we're just going to Kerbin orbit. And then we're going to connect to the tugboat, and then use that to get to Moho. So I'm kind of going easy on the throttle. Don't want to go too nuts. And, whoa, rotating. It's still a thing that happens. Stage. Huzzah! Huzzah! Did that correctly. I'm going to throttle up all the way. We seem to have stalled out on the acceleration there. I'm going to just do a little bit of a tap to get myself on the trajectory. It's a little bit early for the full gravity turn, but yeah, because then this starts happening. I'm going to throttle down a little bit. Try to correct that roll. Yeah, just like that. Good job. And now let's start that gravity turn a little bit more aggressively. Commentary means talking over everything you're doing. Alright, we're at 45 degrees. That's good and dandy. Let's look at our orbit. I don't want to overshoot it like I did the last time. Which is probably going to be easy to do. Right, I throttle down a little bit, stay about 2 Gs of acceleration. With this next stage, the escape tower of pointlessness is going to escape away. It's so pointless. Doesn't do anything. Would not help us in the least. That probably only works for like a single capsule or something, not an entire lander. I would have to put some sort of separatron in between the... Alright, gonna stage. Yay! Get out of the way, thank you. I'd have to put some sort of stage and then just take the capsule with. Alright, things... Alright, let's slow down a little bit. And then tilt over all the way. Dang, that thing flew far away. The escape tower. Up, 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 up. Get on target. Don't go too far off there. Space! We're in space. Alright, I'm actually going to throttle off. Oh man, we're 1.4 degrees. Let's fix that. Alright, we're back and we're doing the orbital burn. Trying to stay on target there because we're simultaneously canceling out the kind of wacky inclination to the orbit that we had there, but I believe this is going to work. Seems to be. And perfect timing with the music. Alright, so now we are much closer. Let me start to fiddle with our rendezvous maneuver. Which is, what's the problem here? I still have some catching up to do, actually. I got a little bit close as well. Dang it! Poor rendezvous entry maneuvers. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a lot of catching up to do. So yeah, I'll do the catching up. You've seen the rendezvous 1,000 times. I'll bring you in if anything interesting happens, and then we will consider getting on to Moho. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and I am having a heck of a time controlling this thing. As you can see, I still have a little bit less than a full or a half tank here. Oh yeah, one of these half tanks full of fuel, so I would like to, you know, keep that. But I'm, like I said, having troubles simply maneuvering close to the tugboat string up there. As you can see, I've been busy away from the camera. I brought a few more up, and I'll show you some additional changes if I can ever get there. But what I'm going to actually do is, I'm not sure what I can do here. I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to disconnect and fly the lander over there, and then perhaps I do have the one remaining Ferris refueler. I could probably get the extra fuel out of that from this, and it'll be a lot more easy to maneuver. So instead of staging, because staging is going to fire my retro rockets and we're going to lose this altogether, I'm just going to disconnect, decouple the lander, and then I will have much better maneuverability, and I can actually set that dock as my target and fly on over there with simply my RCS. That is now a dead spacecraft, but I'm going to go back for the fuel in there just because I was getting quite frustrated. So let's get over there, Munson and Sidball. Since we're actually floating away, that's not good. It's not good at all. Alright, how much RCS? I got a good amount left, I think. Just a little bit worried there. I still got the main engines, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not use those. It's alright, this might take a few minutes. So I think this is one of those situations. Clock wipe. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We successfully docked the lander to the tugboat set up there, but now I'm out here with the Ferris refueler trying to find amongst the darkness the debris from that launch, where there's still half a fuel tank worth of fuel up here, and it has proven to be its own little mission in and of itself. It's very difficult to come out here and attempt this kind of rescue. As you can see, I'm going to look back. I'm over a kilometer away, and that distance is growing. So this is a problematic little mission I've started here. But I'm so thirsty for this extra fuel. I must reclaim it and somehow get back. With this, like I said, the Ferris refueler only has... Slow it up. Only has, Whoa. Okay, well that ballsed up right away. I'm trying to think and talk and do things at the same time. This is poor excuse for maneuverability. Alright, let's bring it back on target. It's really dark, like in these latest versions of the game. I realize the realism factor there, but, terrible for video. I noticed Zisto had the same problem. I might have to be doing some post-processing to get the video, like, watchable. Alright, turn off your RCS. I'm going to quickly... Yeah, I've got no fuel. I'm going to quickly just dump what was in there. And then... Additionally, what was in here, we got to do this quickly because we are, as we speak, drifting away from the main station. And I have limited amounts of electric charge because it's nighttime and I don't have any other sort of electrically charging way to charge my electrics. And I don't even have main engines. And my RCS fuel is... running thin. Alright. Out with you, fuel! Of course, this is going to be a little bit more difficult to maneuver going back, now that it's full of fuel. Good grief. The trials and tribulations of spaceflight. And of course, now this thing is a nice little fancy amount of debris that is now stuck at the same orbit as the station. Oh, I got just a little drop. A droplet left. Good till the last drop. In. This really is pointless. I don't need to be doing this. It's not like I have to... they haven't implemented funding and payments and having to purchase fuel into the career mode of the game yet, but... oh well, I feel like firing these. But that would be bad for me, would it not? You know, just to kind of get this away. No, screw it. I'm just going to... I'm already controlling from there. I want to undock. Undock! Oh, I can't. Oh well. Switch to the spacecraft. Not that one. This one. Turn on your RCS. Spin around without hitting the spacecraft. You're leaving. There we go. That was... seemed like I knew what I was doing. Let's turn off the lights to conserve. Yep. Did I set that as my target? Oh, I was about to complain. There's no way to set a target. You just double-click, apparently, like that. I was having that problem trying to find that guy in the darkness. I'm like, I can see the cursor there, but I can't seem to select it as a target. All right. Now we gotta make our way back. It's tense. It's tense. I'm apparently going to intersect it. Like, on its curve. It's like cutting it off at the pass. Alright. Guess that works. Yeah, this thing is a lot less maneuverable now that it's full of fuel. And my monoprop fuel is running low. Alright, now we are on the correct course. Although traveling very, very slow. I want that number to start going down, please. Alright, slow down! Slow down! Slow down! Oh god, this is gonna be bad. Alright, 2 meters. Stop doing what you're doing. Oh, yeah, this thing is a little bit less maneuverable. Alright, we are here. For better or for worse. Let's try to get these targets to line up without totally bumping into things like I'm about to do. Easy. Alright. Everything's a little bit wacky as far as my orientation is concerned here, but hopefully we can remedy that by a little bit of a pitch and a yaw. Yep. And up. Easy, easy, easy. And... no, you're swinging too far the other way. Easy there, guy. No, go. Oh god, where are you going? Up. What, you've got some sort of centrifugal force issue at work here. Alright, let's just force our way in. When all else fails, just push! Push, you bum! And dock. Yes! Aha! Okay. Alright, we rescued that pittance of fuel, and we have this monstrosity here that is absolutely destroying my frame rate. But look at all the fuel we have! Tanks, fuel for days! Tanks and tanks of fuel for days. So I'm going to top things off. For everything, I believe I'm only going to be needing... No, not in. I want it out. Stop. I want out of that fuel tank and into the other fuel tank. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take one of the tugboats. Because I don't... Well, I do technically need to equalize myself with the orbit of Moho, but I don't need to do it as aggressively as I did when I took that mission to the sun. That was kind of pointless to waste that much fuel for that. So let me like top off all the fuels, and then I'll talk about these things you probably notice on the sides of these last 3 tugboats, which are new. When we come back. Indeed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and as you can see, we have detached from the main grouping, I guess, of tugboats. The dock, if you will. We've detached from the dock, and we are ready to set sail. I something you missed is I did detach the lander again because I wanted to rearrange. I wanted to kind of rotate a little bit so that these engine pods wouldn't be so in the way of the exhaust, but it's kind of something I noticed, and I wish I kind of was recording, that you can detach, but you can't reattach, you can't redock, unless it appeared anyway. The little science I did, I backed away at least about 5 meters. And I think maybe that's the threshold. Once you detach or decouple from a port, you can't recouple unless you've first moved at least 5 meters away and then moved back in. So that was kind of weird. I wish there was some sort of functionality where once you're docked, you can say, okay, now rotate, stay docked, but rotate these 2 axes so that you're not, you're more in line or whatever you need to do. But yeah, these are kind of little probes I've attached to the sides of our tugboats. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm hoping we have some either encounters or we just set them off to find out additional science in different areas of Moho or wherever we may be going. True, it's additional weight that we're taking with us, but oh well. Oh well. Alright, so we're detached, and I think we're ready to start planning our burn to Moho. And as we saw, we've got it so that, that's Moho right there. It's on a wacky wild orbit. We are in line, at least with the plane. So we need to, I believe the best time to burn is probably on the forward-facing side, which then gives us our momentum to start traveling anti-clockwise to the direction that Kerbin is orbiting the sun, thus giving us our kind of retro burn. Yep, getting us closer. Ooh, that actually... Ooh, that took a lot less oomph than I thought it would. Well, that's 1,000 meters per second, so not quite. Yeah, I want to make it... Ooh, what was that? There we go. I want to make it so that the apoapsis is... Okay, so a little bit after. I want the apoapsis to be at Kerbin orbit so that we're not wasting any fuel actually extending the orbit any further or whatever, I think. Science! Alright, so there is our initial burn. I first want to get out of Kerbin escape and into solar orbit, and then I'll do the adjustment to the planes, and hopefully... These are going to be long burns, obviously. We're quite a heavy spacecraft with only these 4 atomic engines, so it's going to take a while, but we are finally on our way. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in the lower right-hand corner, Sidball and Munson Kerbin are very happy because we have left Kerbin and are now on kind of a interesting trajectory around the sun. I'm going to select Moho as a target, and that is a little bit further behind than I was hoping it would be, but we will deal with it. Alright, what do we need to do right now to fix that? We need to burn downwards, I believe. Yeah, okay. It's not going to be perfect. But when am I ever perfect in this game? What are we at? 0.6%? Or of a degree, excuse me. It seems like that might be the best I'll be able to get it. -6. -7, yeah. That ain't bad, that ain't bad. Perhaps it's like off by 1 billion miles in this scale of things, but... Yeah, okay. Alright, let's do that burn. And I suppose while we're at it, we can... That's probably going to screw things up more. No? Okay. I was going to say we can bring our orbit in at the same time. Might as well kill 2 birds with 1 shovel. Yeah, let's do that. And what could possibly go wrong? Except the fact that it's a 6-minute burn. I don't know that I have the oomph to do these sort of maneuvers. Okay. Oh, I'm fast forwarding. That's why I can't adjust things. There we go. Yeah, that took, just getting into that orbit took about 1/4 of our fuel. I don't know if that's counting all the fuel or not. Or just this tank. Seems like just that tank for these engines. Okay, well that's good. We still have fuel in the lander if we get desperate. When does this burn take place? In 16 minutes. If it's a 6-minute burn, we'll want to start about 3:15 to go. And I do have something to show you guys that's a little bit funny when we do burn. Easily amused. I am very easily amused. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3. Stop. All right, we're on the right trajectory. Our map is right. This is going to be another long burn, like I said. Let's go into the cockpit. Wait, do we have... Yeah, okay, it's just... Oh, I can't tell. Ha! It doesn't give me the... Oh, you silly game. Let's just say we're going to burn now. From within the cockpit. Get a little bit steamy in there, Sidball. That is not the picture you want to see when you're looking outside of the window. This is tempered glass, isn't it? Alright, so now we're doing our wacky burn. What, that's Munson? Or was that Munson? Don't do EVA. Yeah, okay, that was Sidball. There's Munson's view. What's that bright light outside? It's getting toasty in here. Oh, crazy guys. Alright, so we're doing that. Our complicated burn to get our descending nodes correct, and I suppose we will return when that happens and totally flying by the seat of our pants. Totally flying by the seat of our pants. I don't know why that's a figure of speech. It's kind of weird, but we're doing such things as these. Indeed.